Have you ever wondered why some of the strongest people seem to vanish from the world for a period of time before returning more confident, more focused, and more powerful than before? Carl Jung believed that every individual eventually reaches a point where they must withdraw from the noise of society and enter a period of deep self-reflection. In a world obsessed with constant attention, endless communication, and public validation, choosing to disappear can feel almost rebellious. Yet according to Jung, it is often during these periods of isolation that the most important transformations take place. The truth is that growth rarely happens when everyone is watching. Real growth happens in silence, away from the opinions, expectations, and distractions that constantly pull us away from ourselves. Most people spend their lives trying to fit into roles that were created by others. They become the version of themselves that their family expects, their friends approve of, or society rewards. Over time, they become so focused on pleasing others that they lose touch with who they truly are. Jung warned that this is one of the greatest dangers of modern life. When a person becomes disconnected from their authentic self, they begin to live unconsciously. They make decisions based on fear, approval, and habit rather than genuine understanding. This creates an inner emptiness that no amount of success or recognition can fill. The reason disappearing for a while is so powerful is because it removes the constant pressure to perform. When you step away from the noise, you begin to notice things about yourself that were previously hidden. Thoughts that were buried beneath distractions suddenly become impossible to ignore. Emotions that were pushed aside begin to rise to the surface. Questions that were avoided for years demand answers. At first, this process can feel uncomfortable because it forces you to confront parts of yourself that you may not like. However, Jung believed that this discomfort is necessary because transformation begins the moment you stop running from yourself. One of Jung's most important concepts was the idea of the shadow. The shadow represents all the aspects of yourself that you reject, suppress, or hide from the world. It contains your fears, insecurities, anger, jealousy, weaknesses, and even hidden strengths that you have never fully accepted. Most people spend their lives pretending that these parts of themselves do not exist. They wear masks to appear strong, confident, and in control, while secretly struggling with emotions they refuse to acknowledge. Jung argued that what remains unconscious will eventually control your life. If you do not confront your shadow willingly, it will influence your behavior from behind the scenes. This is why solitude is so important. When you remove external distractions, you are forced to meet yourself honestly. You begin to see patterns that have shaped your life for years. You notice the fears that have been holding you back. You recognize the relationships that drain your energy and the habits that keep you stuck. While these discoveries can be painful, they are also liberating because awareness is the first step toward change. You cannot transform what you refuse to see. The modern world encourages people to stay busy at all times. Many individuals are terrified of silence because silence creates space for reflection. They fill every moment with entertainment, social media, conversations, and distractions because they are afraid of being alone with their thoughts. Yet Jung understood that silence is not the enemy. In fact, silence is often the doorway to self-discovery. The answers people desperately search for in the outside world are often found within themselves. However, those answers can only be heard when the noise finally stops. When you disappear for a while, something remarkable begins to happen. You stop measuring your worth through the eyes of other people. You stop chasing approval. You stop seeking validation from those who may never truly understand you. Instead, you begin developing a relationship with yourself. You learn what matters to you, what motivates you, and what kind of life you genuinely want to create. This process builds a form of confidence that cannot be taken away because it is not dependent on external circumstances. Many people fear that if they disappear, they will be forgotten. However, the opposite is often true. When someone is constantly available, their presence becomes predictable. People begin to take them for granted, but when someone steps away to focus on themselves, they develop a sense of mystery and strength that naturally commands respect. More importantly, they stop living their lives based on the reactions of others. They become independent thinkers capable of making decisions without seeking permission or approval. Jung believed that every person has the potential to become whole, but this process requires courage. It requires the willingness to walk into the darkness of your own mind and face whatever you find there. Most people avoid this journey because it is difficult. They would rather remain comfortable than confront uncomfortable truths. Yet those who choose the path of self-discovery often emerge stronger than they ever imagined possible. They develop clarity, resilience, and wisdom that cannot be acquired through external success alone. The most powerful transformations in life are rarely visible to the outside world. Just as a seed grows beneath the soil before breaking through the surface, personal growth often happens in private. Before a butterfly emerges, it spends time hidden within the cocoon. Before a person reaches a new level of strength, they must endure a period of inner change that nobody else can see. This is why disappearing for a while should never be viewed as weakness. It is often a sign that something powerful is taking place beneath the surface. If you feel exhausted, lost, or disconnected from yourself, perhaps it is time to step back from the noise. Perhaps it is time to spend less energy trying to be understood by everyone and more energy understanding yourself. The world will continue moving without your constant participation. The notifications will continue. The opinions will continue. The distractions will continue. But your opportunity for transformation exists only when you create space for it. Carl Jung understood that the journey towards self-mastery begins with self-confrontation. It begins the moment you stop running from your fears and start listening to the voice within. The person you are capable of becoming is waiting on the other side of that journey. Sometimes, the greatest thing you can do for your future is disappear for a while, face yourself honestly, and return stronger than ever before. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content on Carl Jung, psychology, self-discovery, and personal transformation. Share this video with someone who may need this message today. Until next time, embrace solitude, face your shadow, and continue becoming the person you were always meant to be.